Hello and welcome to No First Physics, where we come straight to the point immediately. Now, in the previous videos, we have seen how electric fields behave for individual charges. Let's look at a very important system now, an electric dipole. An electric dipole consists of two charges of the same magnitude but opposite polarity placed some distance apart. In this video, we will find the electric field along the axis of the dipole as shown over here. Point P is along the axis of the dipole, and understand how the fields from the two charges combine. This is a key result in electrostatics, so let's go step by step.
In our study of electric fields, the next topic that we will study is the concept of electric dipole. So first, let us begin by understanding what is an electric dipole. Let us say we have a charge minus q and we have a charge plus q placed a distance 2l apart. So this distance between them is 2l. This particular configuration or this particular arrangement is known as a dipole because there are two poles over here. One is positive and one is negative. So this is a dipole. And with reference to this dipole, there is a new term which we'll talk about known as the dipole moment, denoted by the symbol p. Now the dipole moment p is a vector quantity and its magnitude is given by p is equal to one of the charges, the magnitude of one of the charges, both are equal, so you could take any one of them, multiplied by the distance. So this gives us the magnitude of the dipole moment. This is the center, let's call this center O, and this is the magnitude of the dipole moment q into 2l. The unit will be coulomb meter. So the unit of dipole moment is coulomb meter. What is the direction of the dipole moment? So this we have talked about magnitude. Now let us talk about direction of dipole moment. By convention, the direction is taken opposite to the negative charge. So the direction of the dipole moment is in this direction. This is the direction of P. So direction is away from the negative charge. Now this is a convention. So there's no, you could have also taken it away from the positive charge and solved all the questions or looked at the entire study. But by convention, it has been decided that the direction of dipole moment will be taken as negative. So this is the concept of dipole moment. In this particular video, we will study what is the dipole moment or what is the electric field at some distance along the axis. So field due to the electric dipole along the axis. So let's take this diagram again. So this is minus q and plus q. A small distance away, you have this charge, and this is the center O, and this distance is 2l. Please note that the distance 2l will be very small, maybe in microns or maybe in angstroms. This distance 2l will be very small. And we want to find out the electric field due to this dipole along the axis. So let me show the axis over here, and let us say we want to find out the electric field at this particular point P, which we will say is at a distance x from the center of the dipole. So this distance OP is x, and I'm interested in finding out the electric field at location P. So we know that the electric field magnitude is given by kq by r square, and its direction is away from the positive charge and towards the negative charge. So if I call this, let's say I'll call this charge 1 and I'll call this charge 2, then E1, that is the electric field at location P due to the charge 1, that is this negative charge, magnitude will be kq by, what is the distance? The distance, as you can see over here, is this distance x plus this distance L. The total distance is 2L, so this distance will be L. So I'll write over here x plus L raised to the power 2. What about E2? E2 will be equal to, that is charge plus q, and this will be equal to kq because the charge is q. Distance will be how much? Distance, this is x and this distance is L, so x minus L all square. Right, so I've got the magnitudes of the fields E1 and E2. What will be the direction? As we know, E2, the direction will be in this particular direction away from the positive charge. So this is the direction of E2, and the direction of E1 because of the negative charge will be along this line. So this is E1. And also note that I have taken a longer length for the vector E2 as compared to E1 because this plus q charge is closer to point P. So its electric field over here will be larger, whereas the electric field due to the minus q charge magnitude will be lesser because it is far away from this particular charge. So I know the direction and I know the magnitude. Now the net electric charge E2, as can be seen in the diagram, will be equal to E2 minus E1. E2 is larger than E1, so E2 minus E1. So if I solve this, I'll get kq by E2 is x minus L whole square minus kq. E1 is x plus L whole square, okay, is equal to, I can take out kq common, and in the bracket I will have 1 over x minus L whole square minus 1 over x plus L whole square. If I take LCM over here, I'll get x minus L whole square, x plus whole square. And in the numerator, I will have x plus L whole square minus x minus L whole square. We have taken LCM, so LCM will be x minus L whole square and x plus L whole square, and the numerator will have x plus L whole square minus x minus L whole square. Okay, so let's solve this further. So that would mean I will get the value. I'll move over here now. E net will be equal to the denominator. I can write as, or before that, let me write kq. The denominator is x minus L x plus L whole raised to 2. And I will now open the numerator. I'll expand it, so I'll get x square plus 2lx plus L square minus x square plus 2xl minus L square, because there is a minus sign over here, so all the terms over here after expansion will change their sign. So x square will be minus x square. You will have minus 2xl when we expand this, but this negative sign will make it plus, and L square will be positive, so it will become negative because of this minus sign. This will give me kq. In the numerator, I can see x square will get cancelled, L square will get cancelled. I will have 2lx plus 2lx, so I can write that as 4lx. And if I look at the numerator, this is inside this square root sign, you have x minus L, x plus L. So this will be x square minus L square. So I will have x square minus L square raised to the power 2. This is by solving the term which is there inside this bracket, x minus L, x plus L. That is because we know that a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. So we have used that rule over here. So this is the net E over there, kq4lx upon x square minus L square by 2. So coming back to this diagram, so then the net electric field will be in this particular direction because E2 is larger, so it will be in this direction, and its magnitude is what we have obtained over here. So let's move further. So if this is minus q plus q charge over here, and we were finding out at location P, which is at a distance x, this distance is 2L. So we had electric field E2 and electric field E1. And the net electric field E net will be in this direction, E net. And its magnitude is this. Direction also is known. It is along the axis and away from the positive charge, or in the direction of E2. Now, two more things. One is that what we are observing over here is the direction of E net is same as the direction of the dipole moment. We know that the direction of the dipole moment is away from the negative charge, so it is in this direction. This is the direction of P. E net is also in the same direction. So in this case, when we are finding out the electric field at a point along the axis, the direction of the net electric field is same as P. The question in your mind is, what would have happened if we had taken a point on this side? Even in this case, the net direction of the electric field would have been in the direction of P. How? Because if you take a point over here at some distance x, this is a negative charge. So the electric field due to this would be in this direction. And this is positive charge. Because of this, the field would be in this direction. Since plus q is far away from this point, this would be smaller, this would be larger. And therefore, the net direction of E would be in this direction. So whether we take on the right hand side or whether we take the point on the left hand side doesn't matter. The direction of the net electric field still remains in the direction of the dipole moment P. So that's point number 1 that we have understood. Second thing, if we take E net again, so let us rewrite this equation. E net is equal to kq 4lx by x square minus L square by whole square. Now I can write this equation like, as 2k. I can split up this number 4 into 2 parts. So kq multiplied by q multiplied by 2l x by x square minus L square raised to the power t. I have just split up this 4. So this 4 is 2 into 2. So 1, 2 I have put over here, and 1, 2 I have put along with 2l. Now what is this term in the bracket? This term in the bracket is nothing but dipole moment, the magnitude of the dipole moment. So I can write 2k px by x square minus L square by whole square. I hope you understood this. This is 4 split up into 2 parts. 1, 2 kept over here, the another 2 kept with L, and then I have combined q and 2l. So I get 2k px upon. So this is point number 2, which I wanted to. That means we have put the equation in terms of dipole moment. The third point that we want to say is that As we discussed earlier, this value of 2L is very, very small. So obviously L is going to be very, very small as compared to X. Let us go back to this diagram. This 2L is very, very small as compared to the distance X. So I write over here, X is very, very large as compared to 2L. And therefore X is going to be very, very large as compared to L. So as compared to X, L is very, very large, so I can ignore L in this. So I can say L tends towards 0. And therefore, I can rewrite this equation as E net is equal to, if I'll put L equal to 0, so I'll get 2kpx divided by x raised to the power 4. Because L is 0, this is x square raised to the power 2, so x raised to the power 3. And that will give me, this will imply and give me the equation E net is equal to 2kp over x cube. And this is the final equation which we should remember with regard to dipole moment, the net electric field for a dipole moment, 2 kp by x cube, where p is the dipole moment, which is given by q into 2l, this term q into 2l, and k we know is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. The value of k is, just to remind you, the value of k is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. Its value for air or vacuum is 9 into 10 raised to 9. I'm not right, or let me write down the unit. The unit is n meter square by coulomb square, c raised to minus 2. Right. So this is how we obtain the net electric field for a dipole. And coming back to our main diagram, so we have obtained the direction of the electric field. We also obtained the magnitude of the electric field at a point along the axis at a distance x from the center of the dipole. Thank you.
So that's how we calculate the electric field along the axis of a dipole. Now here is an interesting question. What happens if we are asked to find out the electric field perpendicular to the axis of the dipole as shown over here? Point P is perpendicular to the axis of the dipole. We will explore that in the next video and I'll see you there. In the meantime, if this video helped you, please like the video and subscribe to my channel Know First Physics, where we come straight to the point immediately. Thank you.